Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
The brothers, better going, the brothers, yeah! I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
We're not gonna do the full song, although I wish we could though.
No, because you can get copyrighted by YouTube.
Yeah.
What's going on, you lovely people? Welcome back to the Morphin Network, where it's Morphin time every time. This is the superhero time. Was it just the superhero special? Super Sentai special?
Yeah, Sentai Hero Special. Yes.
Sentai Hero Special.
And ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the newest full-time member of the squad, Jared, aka DonBrothers Fury. How you doing?
I'm good. And I am here on my Brock Lesnar contract. So that means I will just come here, take y'all's spots, go home, read some Forest magazines. I don't know. Yeah, that's how I roll up in here.
Yeah.
Nah, but y'all, this is quite the unique set of episodes because, like, I guess at the beginning of one of my favorite trilogies in Sentai since Green with Evil. And also, we're covering the episode where we actually met at Morphicon.
Yeah. This episode aired the week that we met at Morphicon. It's crazy. No, and it was really fun. It's crazy how this went full circle and it's perfectly timed.
Perfectly timed, shenanigans amok and whatnot. However you want to say it, you know what? It's all good. We're here.
Yeah, it's like as I mentioned in the last time we did DonBrothers. I remember every episode based on what workouts I did the day I watched the episode, and I'm like, this is a batch of episodes when I had the sciatic and I was recovering from it. Oh man. I really hope that the limping isn't too noticeable in the PMC interviews, which, by the way, Leo and I are going to work on editing those this weekend, in case anyone's wondering. Just saying.
They got PMC interviews to edit. I got Exotica interviews and Anime NYNC interviews to edit. Yeah, I don't envy. Well, no, screw that. I do envy them because they got less videos to edit than I do.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Yeah, this is the second video we're doing this year, 2023. I wasn't here for the previous one. Probably for the best. It is what it is. And just in time though, it's a new year, so we're bringing DonBrothers to an end. We are reviewing the finale of DonBrothers. This is the end. This is the last episode. Here we go.
Finale of DonBrothers. When I'll be real though, when my Twitch chat brought that to my attention, literally days before I had left for California, they're like, "Oh, this is gonna be the season finale." I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Then I'm watching the episode. I'm like, okay, I get it, because Revice ended.
Yeah, it makes sense because back then, a decade was a half season, so W started in September. Yeah, what's interesting? Every for the first 4-ish years of Kamen Rider, starting with W, the episode aired on Labor Day weekend. Always conveniently, it aired on Labor Day weekend, so I was never able to watch it on the day of because I would be in a place that has no Wi-Fi whatsoever.
Could not be me.
And so literally try watching Kamen Rider W episode 1 on a Motorola Razr.
Man, I've watched shows on the Razr, Sidekick, BlackBerry. Oh my goodness, let's not go down that rabbit hole.
I remember watching Kamen Rider Decade after fifth period at school, on my flip phone, and the screen is so tiny.
Yeah, I'm more from the Facebook generation of just binging each episode. My most memory of binging was Kiva through Facebook. It's like, okay, I had it plugged to my TV, watch an episode, and they're like, oh, gotta go to the next part. Yeah, next part.
Yeah.
Next part.
See, like I came from a generation where like everything was available on YouTube in 10-minute segments.
Yo,
so
my
it's like,
God.
So like you got look at your episode 1, part 1 of 3, episode 1, part 2 of 3, episode 1, part 3 of 3, and then you move on to episode 2, part 1 of 3, and like that.
It just shows how good y'all got it now and your access to. Yeah, obviously it's not like well, we got Toku Shoutsu, we got that.
Mm-hmm.
But we come from the YouTube, Facebook days, watching it in integral parts.
They used back when Crunchyroll was channel. Like back in the day, Crunchyroll had every episode of not Power Rangers, Super Sentai and Kamen Rider up until Kiva episode 8 and its Go Onjur equivalent.
Yeah, I did not know that. I knew it had Ultraman.
Yeah, I mean, because they decided to go like full legit, and the only tokusatsu they had the license to broadcast was Ultraman. So they got rid of like all of the third party Super Sentai and Kamen Rider videos, which is sad because I wanted to finish watching all of the Heisei rides. Hey man, at least I finished all of Heisei by the end of Geo. That's all that matters.
Oh, goes to show you. Whatever. Well,
life finds a way.
Yeah. Like basically, we could just. It's like y'all wondering why aren't you talking about episode 26 of DonBrothers? Like nothing really happens in episode 26. It's a close show.
Yeah.
The most notable thing that happened in this episode is you see Kamen Rider Revise. So just actually, this episode gets points down for having Subaru Kimura on my screen that much longer. Get him away from my screen. Get him out of my face.
Yeah, it's like we just saw if you're watching it live like in Japan, Channel 5, TV Asahi, like you just finished watching Revise and you're like, thank God I don't have to see Subaru anymore. And then all of a sudden you see Subaru again, but it's just Kaido watching the finale. Like he was watching it with us, as it turns out, and he's like, and like you see Icky like in the football field, and you're like, oh look, it's Icky, he's following his dreams. But then it's like, okay, he's like, okay, so wait, wrong picture. Oh well, it doesn't really matter.
It's a clip show. Like, who is the best out of DonBrothers? And I like how it's like they had to use that because most of the others were filming certain segments of the show in other places. All they can get was Haruka, Saruhara, and Kijino, and then they had the Cerberans come through, giving their piece.
Yeah. So what happens in this episode is Kaito says this is the season finale. Like we're done. It's been 6 months. We're finishing the story. We want King Oger to debut concurrently with Kamen Rider Geats. By the way, King Oger, you better live up to DonBrothers because you're sharing a time slot with Geats, which is a GOAT season of Kamen Rider. DonBrothers is a GOAT season of Super Sentai. You got a lot of shoes to live up to.
That is some shoes to fill.
Yeah. So it's like now we have to choose our MVP of the year.
That's funny. I knew who was gonna win. I knew who was gonna win.
We both knew. Like we saw the previous episode.
It had to be Taro, or I'm like, it'd be a swerve. It'd be on some Vince Russo swerve.
Yeah, exactly. Kaido. And it's like all of them are like going over like who they think should be the one, to get the MVP. And of course, like they even have a plushie of Iggy from Stardust Crusaders because they still don't know who Inu brother is. So for all they know, it is an actual dog.
Outside of the Cerberans, only 3 people know. Only 3 people know who it is: Kaito, Taro, Jiro. But are they ever gonna say anything? I mean, it's January. We only got.
Jiro doesn't completely know. He has a vague theory that it's him, but
he knows only because of his scent.
Yeah. So he has a good basis to for his hypothesis, but he doesn't have definitive proof. And considering where we are in the show, I'm like,
I don't want to say nothing else because that kind of spoils an episode of the show where like they do kind of like try to figure out who you. But I'm not gonna say what happens. At least not yet. Y'all gotta wait a couple weeks for that. But like I said, nothing really happens.
Yeah.
This is just like it's just for comedic. It's just like for comedic purposes. I think this is actually one episode that's not even written by Toshiki Inoue, if I'm not mistaken.
And of course, all the characters have their own clip shows. They say why they're the best, and they have a separate clip for Inu using the little plushie Iggy, and then of course, obviously, we got Sonoi stating his case on Jiro.
She dog riding him.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
she dog riding him. Holy.
And of course, who should be the winner? Of course, it's Kaido. Why? Because he has more experience.
Yeah, like he saved literally multiverses. Like I mean, if it ain't gonna be Taro, it's gotta be Kaito.
At least we got confirmation that this is the same Kaito from Zenkaiger, because we were like confused and questioning. Like,
yeah, I'm still on the fence that this is just God Kaito, not regular. This is God Kaito.
Oh, you mean Gege?
No, not Gege. What the hell is this?
Gege, the parrot, because that's who becomes
I don't think it's
God
Gege.
Kaito.
I don't think it's Gege, and I don't want it to be Gege, because even though they switched voice actors, thank God, I still don't want Gege, because it's always that taste in my. It's just that bad taste in my mouth. How much I don't like Super Kimura. I don't like Gege's voice actor because he also played Draken in Tokyo Revengers, but he cheated on Lisa. How dare you cheat on a queen? No, that man is for the streets. Me only for the streets. That man is for the streets.
Wait. Kenny's a cheater?
Yeah.
No! He was the GOAT! Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Breaking hearts today.
I've only seen the first season of Revengers. Like, I do not have Disney Plus to watch season 2 on, and I don't have the manga to like catch up with.
Yeah, well, I'm about to break hearts, everybody. Yes, Kenny, voice acted Gege from Zenkaiger, and Homeboy cheated on Lisa, who all y'all know sang for Sword Art Online, Demon Slayer, and all that stuff. Yeah, that Queen Lisa.
Wait. Are you talking about the voice actors cheating, or is the character cheating?
No, the voice actor.
Oh, okay, that makes me feel less terrible. I mean, you still should cheat. But I almost thought that the character Kenny from Tokyo Revenge cheat. I'm like, that is so out of character for him. I mean, sure, he's on death row, but still.
No. The actor. He played Gege. That's why they replaced Gege for the middle of Zenkaiger.
Oh, okay. Okay, I feel less terrible because Kenny's honor's still on the table. Okay, Kenny's the GOAT. Yes, he is. But yeah, no, like we all hate Gege because he's an evil parrot that possessed the body of an emo child. Just a typical day in Yu-Gi-Oh land.
It's Japan. Stuff happened like on the reg.
Yeah. But of course, because everyone else worked so hard that year, Kaito decided to give everyone else a prize anyways for their hard work.
His photo book. Oh, I would have been. Actually, I would have kept it. I'd have kept it.
Me, yeah, same.
He's a hero of worlds, man. Like I gotta keep it.
Yeah. Okay. So your score for this episode?
My score was 10, but because it had Subaru Kimura, I'm gonna say a 9. I'm gonna be nice because it is just it's ending Revice. It's gone. But you had him there. You had him there for that split second. You hurt yourself with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I would say, as of right now, I'm caught up with all 42 episodes that have aired thus far. And even then, I would say this is probably the weakest episode out of all 42 episodes. Mainly on the premise that this is, in fact, a clip show episode. Just a general thing.
Very hurtful to a show.
I'm not a fan of clip show episodes, with some exceptions, because depending on how you work in the clip show, it can be fun and clever. But there are times when it's like, you're doing a clip show just because it's obligatory. There's no reason to do it. I know they do it for cost saving measures. Like if they want to continue on with a show, they need something to put in between. It's like, okay, we're getting ready for something big, but we can't. I've voiced my opinion on Dragon Knight before, where it is perfection with 2 exceptions. One of those 2 faults being 3 clip show episodes.
3?
3 clip show episodes.
Damn, I didn't remember that. Now I know.
The first one being when they just recruited Chris to their team. The second being just before they get their survive cards, and then literally the final episode.
Damn.
Yeah. Like and again, it's like I saw an article recently about like shows inspired by Power Rangers, and like first of all, that article clearly has never actually watched.
What publisher?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna assume they have no credibility. But the point is, like, they're like, oh, it failed due to bad writing. I'm like, excuse me? Dragon Knight did not fail due to bad writing. It failed due to bad marketing.
Yes.
Clearly, you do not watch Dragon Knight.
It's like
because you would know that the writing is good.
No hype behind it. There was literally no hype behind it. I stumbled across it randomly just watching was it CW when they were doing CW for kids at that point?
Yeah. See, the reason I knew it existed was because I was doing this film program after school in high school, and one of the mentors in that program is Joe Doherty, who made the documentary 7 Days in Japan. And he happened to have been friends with the Wang brothers. So when I expressed my interest in making like an American adaptation of Kamen Rider Deno, he's like, Kamen Rider, this sounds like something a friend of mine's working on. I'm like, wait, really? Like, what? He's like, yeah. Look up IMDb. There's a thing called I think it's called Dragon Knight. Look it up. And this was back in like 2008. This is before the pilot even was released. So like it must be
nice going to school in LA. It must be nice going to school in LA when you have that kind of access.
It's like I knew Dragon Knight existed before the pilot came out, but there was like no marketing for Dragon Knight at all.
Like there was no hype behind it or anything, and I was like, I got lucky to stumble across it. Even then, I felt like it feels like Power Rangers, but then I obviously fell down the rabbit hole years later. Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Power Rangers, everything is connected.
Yeah, I think I think there were only like 9 toys ever made for Dragon Knight in total, and I think I have like 6 of them.
That's right. They did make toys.
Three of the Advent Beasts, which come with like a civilian figure. Two of the actual riders, Wing Knight and Torque, and I got the belts, which at the time I didn't know the belts were so tiny, and the belt straps are not DX compatible, so there was no point in keeping it afterwards.
It shot of it,
and it was Americanized. But actually, I do like the way they modified it to be more American version accurate, because like it has like this mirror on the opposite side of the deck, so that when you push down on this spring, it actually spins forward, and it looks like it's just like it does in the show. And it does make the sound from the American version of the show. So like that is actually a good thing they did.
Yeah.
And it has 6 interchangeable cards on each side. There's one of 2 Advent logos. So.
You should just review the toys, for God's sake.
We may as well. We're 18 minutes into the review. Okay.
But let's toys. It's like, forget DonBrothers. Just review Kamen Rider toys.
But like back to the topic of clip shows before we move on to the actual plot. Not a fan of clip shows, but if you do it clever enough, I might enjoy it. So like for me, the very baseline is the clip show episode from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Any clip show episode writing that's better than that is good. Anything less clever than that is a fail. Some seasons of Power Rangers succeeded in this, some failed. Again, like RPM had a great clip show episode.
This one was middle of the roads because it's like they needed something to build off of revised ending. They needed to build up to what's happening next in DonBrothers, and they just wanted to have fun with it.
So this episode, 8 out of 10. But keep in mind, this is like after like 25 episodes of 10s. Like it's not too bad.
Yeah, this was fun, but episode 27, I think this is also this was the best plan for them. First, best idea ever. You're at a pool, you don't want to pay their exorbitant prices at the pool. Wait, I have powers. I'll just get it from the cafe and pay regular price.
I love how like episode 21 they made jokes about abusing your like your portal ability, and then here you got Momotaro.
I think I'm all for it. I would do it, but I just love how this episode debuted the same day as Geet's debut. I think that's why they did the clip show, to make it purposeful, that if they're gonna have hype with Geet, they need to have just as big a hype with DonBrothers.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if I were to abuse the DonBrothers powers, I would use it the exact same way as this. Like I would like go into a movie theater. Don't worry about sneaking in snacks. I would just bang, like pull my hand through, pull out some lettuce wraps from Carl's Jr. or In and Out or something. Heck, why stop in the West Coast? Why not go further east and maybe get a White Castle or a Whataburger?
Like order it online. And it's like, you sure you're not even in this country? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Don't worry about it.
It's like, oh, it's a dinner and a movie. Man, I have to watch Megan tomorrow for a second time. That movie was funny, but it is what it is. But yeah, so while Momo goes in for a swim, look who he finds underneath.
This was they are destined together. 1, 2. This was shot beautifully, and yeah, he's just like, we're gonna duel. He's like, all right, cool. Then you see Taro just come out of the water, but then Sonoy just already on the platform. I'm like, who shot this? That was peak. That was peak right there. Like,
yeah, no, like, and also just like the romantic tension between these two. And I know in a later episode it will be brought up, but
oh yeah.
but like, look at you, Japan. Like you're doing LGBT romances better than America is. Props to you.
Yeah, like with Americans, they just force it. Like, dude, relax. It's okay if they are. Just don't force it upon them.
Yeah. Just because you have a guy and a girl standing next to each other doesn't mean they should be a couple. If you have two girls next to each other, doesn't mean they should be a couple. If you have two guys next to each other, doesn't mean they should be a couple. Right. Now, Izzy and Fern, those two work, and I love it.
I just wish it was more developed from her just being a bully to then her like, I want more development out of that. Yeah. I don't mind.
And I wish they wouldn't just get rid of Adrian just because like he has no romantic prospects with the main characters. It's like yeah, like he was a good red herring, but why get rid of him? Like I want more Adrian. Like because like I mentioned this before. Like the one thing I hate most about Mighty Morphin is that they just got rid of Richie and Curtis. Like I wish Richie and Curtis stayed on the show even after the power transfer, because like they were helping out the Rangers even though they were civilians.
The juice bar, for God's sake.
Yeah. Richie worked at a juice bar. He was Ernie's nephew, to my understanding. Like, can you imagine like how interesting it would be to see like Curtis interact with Johnny? Like, because it's like he doesn't know that Zach was the Black Ranger, but but still, like I'm curious how he would have interacted with Adam Park. And of course, Richie with Aisha. I mean, it doesn't have to be romantic with Aisha because he still had a thing with Trinity, but still, like I like the world building. Heck, even Detective Stone. What's his name? Raymond from season 4. I miss Raymond too.
There's a lot of things they mess up on, but yeah, this is a good example of boys' love. If you want more good examples if you want more good examples of boys' love in your media, there is the K-pop group Only One Of, where they literally have a series. It's up to part 6 as of this month, coming up this month. Part 6 of just music videos, and it's their boys. I call it the Boys Love series of Only One Of. It is fantastic. Great music, great music video story. Highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think they should cover a song. Whoever's smart enough to do it, get one of the songs. I don't give a damn. One of their songs from the series, and put Sonoy and Taro. It goes with it.
Oh, what's another boys love I really liked in Kamen Rider? What's his name? Oran Pierre Alfonso and Takadora. Like it's unrequited. It's unrequited. But the chemistry is there. It's like a Kamen Rider version of the 12th Night. Takatora is Sebastian, and Metal Yoshida is Antonio. It's like yeah, I'm a pirate, but I have a heart. How dare you forget all the adventures you and I had together when I saved you from all that wreckage?
Yo, that I forgot. You're right. Oh, he fawned over homeboy hard. Yeah.
I even made the joke where like when he had both the melon lock seed and the shin melon lock seed, I was like, ooh, Takatora, you've got some lovely melon lock seeds.
Oh my god, but
Needless to say, that was one of my favorite things about Gokaiger 10, the fact that they brought Metal Yoshida as a villain role. We need more metal in our lives. But yes, America, this is how you do an LGBT romance. Just saying. Quality over quantity.
mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, yeah, so the declaration has been made, and now Sonoy has to train to prepare himself, because even he knows, I cannot beat this guy. I need to find a way to at least get close. Yep. So he spends 3 days training while Taro is just working.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, he's 3 hours late for our duel. What is he doing?
Working. It's like, yeah, someone called in sick. I pulling in that weight. I gotta work, gotta make that bread. You don't realize we're about to be in a recession, my man.
Yeah, it's like blood is thicker than bread, but I gotta make that bread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and of course we get two returning characters in this episode.
I didn't like her. I don't like her
either.
I was like, why is she here? What is your purpose? I like how she's like, oh, you dare mess up my meal? And she's like, you ordered it for this time, you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Yeah.
But then Sonoy over here, the charmer that he is, on her hand, and she just goes, oh my god.
And I love how it's a callback to episode 12, where like she did say, like, one of the most beautiful things about me is my hands, and how dare you torture my hands with this hot coffee.
She can just pair her up with Joey from Friends when he was doing that hand modeling stuff. That's it.
Oh yeah. Don't love me for my looks. Love me for my IQ.
No.
So they duel, but here's the problem.
Yeah, this proves Sonoy and Taro just mesh well together, and they finally get to where we started off in the episode. That's another thing about the direction of this episode. They just give us what happened in the middle and come to the point. Then here comes Jiro. Like, wait! I'm supposed to be fighting Taro. It was up to me to defeat him. Like, what? Boy, sit down.
And to make matters worse,
Murasame, what's up?
More interlopers. And another.
Oh god, this guy. He's like, I have a new power, my rival. Magic.
If being a ninja doesn't work, maybe a wizard will. Oh, wait. You're a wizard, Naruto. A what? A wizard, Naruto. And a thumping bad one, I might wager.
And then, so he shows up. And then the team shows up. Then the Juto Bestials, however y'all want to call them, they show up. I'm just like, oh my god, nobody invited you people to this party. Feels like 2.5 Men when Charlie's like having that Christmas get together that he didn't even want.
Yeah, it's like that scene from Winter Soldier when those Hydra soldiers kept walking to that elevator and there's like more of them and then more. I'm like, bro, where's Howard Payne when you need him? Yeah. I made a Keanu reference. Deal with it. No refunds.
And we defeat the monster. Is this the debut of Toradora or Saijin or no?
No, it's just Tora Dragon Taijin. It's just the basic, yeah. But
Dragogan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, these names are crazy, man.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But
so
yeah, and then Oni Taijin shows up. He's like, "Look, I gotta go, man. I got things to do."
Yeah, we got a duel to finish.
And then we finally finished the duel. It's episode 27, right? Yeah, we finished the duel. Obviously, the winner was Taro, and then Murasame comes and picks up the body.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
that's how the episode ends.
That's it.
Yep.
It's just like, I love that it was the song at the end though was Taro and Sonoe singing.
Yeah,
it's just like they're meant to be.
They're meant to be. It's like it's like that scene from Bob's Beyond Time. It's like, you say, I would love to duel with you anytime, and I with you. No homo, all of the homo.
All of the homo, yes, exactly.
Yeah. Oh man, that was such a great episode.
It was. This is like, that's why the Duel trilogy is my favorite trilogy in Sentai out of a while. Mm-hmm. Like, I love my arcs. Like, obviously I have Geki Claw. I love when they get their super mode. When they did the super mode in Shinkenger, brilliant. Yeah. But DonBrothers, it just hits different. It hits different. So I'm gonna give this episode a 10.
Yeah, to me also, I agree with you. This episode is a 10. They did the duel right, and even the comedy hit really well in this episode. Where it's like, it's like you think it'd be a straightforward. Oh, they're gonna do a training montage, and then they're gonna fight. That's it. But this ain't Shinkenger. This is DonBrothers.
This is DonBrothers.
This is DonBrothers. So I agree with you. This one's a 10.
Episode 28, debut of Toradora Oni Titan.
Yep.
He has it right there.
Yep. And boy, is this guy big.
Yeah, it is.
Even adding only like 2 centimeters of height, it doesn't change how much bigger it is compared to the original figure. It feels bigger. I mean, just look at the chest on this guy. He's so front heavy. One of the legs has to be bent just for him to balance himself.
We thought Broly's pecs were big. Look at that.
Yeah, man. Like, man, I did some pectorals today, and there's no way mine will ever live up to this. This is like this is the meme with the Captain America comic.
Oh my god, the Rob Liefeld Captain America. No, that is the most terrifying drawing I've ever seen.
Yes. And then they actually showed the skeletal figure of it.
I don't need to see that. But yeah, this is not only that. This is also the monster of the week was based off of
Kagaku Sentai Dynaman.
And I'm like, oh, at the end, I'm like, okay, now I see how. Now I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, Kagaku Sentai Dynaman is one of my most favorite seasons of the pre-Jew Rangers era because, for one, it had that American dub.
Oh.
Which I have on DVD, by the way.
And it was also the one that was brought that they tried to make Power Rangers at first.
Oh, no, it was Bioman.
Bioman. Oh.
Yeah, Bioman. Like, it had an English dub in the Philippines. So I do refer and a lot, and like in my experience with my Filipino coworkers in when I was a civil engineer and in the 3 days I spent in Manila, I have to say, like, Bioman is so talked about in the Philippines that I just call it that Filipino season of Sentai. But apparently Masked Man's even more popular because it was dubbed into Tagalog instead of English, but still, I haven't seen anyone talk about.
Masked Man has some of the best suits in Sentai. I'm gonna be real on that. Masked Man has some of the best suits.
Yeah, and the best Zords, because like that was the first season to have a 5-piece mecha.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah, like before that, like you had what's it called? The first 2 mecha from Battle Fever J and Denji Man, where like it was just the one Zord. Then in Sun Vulcan, they had a 2-piece Zord, which is the first Gatai they had. And then afterwards, they pretty much had 3 Zords for every team. Even though there's like 5 people, you'd have 2 people in each Zord plus 1 person, 1 Zord. Mm-hmm. And then they would just combine like they always would. And yeah, like this is the first time, Masked Man's the first time where each Ranger had their own Zord. Mm. But why are we talking about a season that this episode is not based
we're giving them a history lesson on Kamen Rider and Sentai. You're welcome. You get 3 lessons out of us, folks.
Hey man, like the benefit of being a Bokenger fan is that you learn a lot about the first 30 seasons.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So the episode starts off with a very odd scene.
Oh yeah, this Hitotsuki trying to steal a painting with the aid of Inu brother.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, who shows up? Taro. So you best start explaining, boy.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing? And then get the theme song. Dun dun dun
brothers. Dun dun dun. What are going?
Basically, off jump. Inu brothers on the run. They're just like, oh come on, man! I just had lunch.
Yeah.
Yes. Whatever. Get a nice workout. And then this girl, who I would wipe up on him. Like she's like, oh, we want to be a phantom thief, a la was it
Lupin Ranger?
And I'm just like thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, sis, you're way too late.
Yeah, like we already had a Kaito key. We can't have 2 Kaito keys.
Like we already did that. Like even the bestial officer was Pot Ranger.
Yeah,
like, he's already sis, come on now. But she was cute, so I let it slide. I let this run. But her grave mistake on the ransom note was leaving her name. I'm like,
her real name.
Oh, come on now, sis. Why?
This is an insult to Arsène Lupin.
Don't get me. I'll put on Lupin the 3rd channel right now.
Hey, why not?
No. We got Tokusatsu to play. We're doing Tokusatsu.
Yeah.
We're doing Tokusatsu.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Lupin's rolling up in his grave. He's like, what? He's doing the whole Sonoza dance. Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But yeah, she's recruiting Tsubasa to teach her how to be a thief. And he's like, look, I was not arrested for being a thief, and even then, I'm innocent. She's like, damn. Oh, I guess. Yeah. Hey, I got a thief over here. I got a criminal over here.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kaito being Kaito.
Love him. Oh God.
He puts Sonoharu and Haruka on a mission
to buy the painting that she's trying to steal.
What a crazy coincidence! Oh, and also Kijino's trying to buy it for his boss.
I love the entire time I'm watching this. I'm like, wait, where's Taro in all of this? Why is he not here?
He's just doing his own thing for now.
He's working. But I love how they're like, all of them is like, okay, we gotta put in that money. 5 million, 8 million. Kijino's like, 40 million, 50 million. What are you doing, man?
100 million US dollars. Oh wait, hold on. It's Japan. Hold on, it's Japan. So we have to use gold members, specifically 100 million billion fulfillion shabladura alien yen.
And then Haruka's over here is like 10 million Kibidong. What? It's like, oh boy, Kaito, you loaded in Kibidong. Great, you're good for Taro whenever he's sick again. Cool.
Yeah.
But what is that gonna do here, my guy?
Mm-hmm.
But this is God Kaito, so if it was him there, it probably would work. But this is Haruka.
Yeah.
But there's that, and then throughout this episode, we also get flashbacks of this painting being made between her and the artist. They just just get through this. They loved each other. She was just a muse for him. And like, she's rich, she's loaded, she don't need to do anything with her life. But she's like, you know what? I never thought of trying this. Never thought of trying this twice. That's how you knew. They fell for each other. And then you had the assistant there watching, and then all of a sudden he's the one selling off this painting. But he was smart to just make a copy.
Yeah, it was a fake.
Yeah, and she was not having that. So
what's it called? Ben Stein. This is a fake. Yes, but it's a very good fake. Ow. Look, man, I just came back from Mexico. I have to make a mask reference.
Yeah, that's right.
Even if it is the not so great sequel.
No, okay. I'm mad I remembered that, but yes.
But meanwhile, Haruka
is now looked at as a muse herself, which I honestly was like, what? She's a minor, my guy. But I forget this is Japan. Rules are different there. I don't want to get into that.
She's just barely. Actually, no.
Let's not. No. We don't want to talk.
No. She's still 17 in this episode. So, like, yeah, you're right. Like we're playing with Sailor Moon thin ice right there.
No. See, I don't even want to talk about this because then my friend will come up here and like, well, you see, in Japan the laws are shut up. Shut up. I don't want to know.
No,
I never wanted to know. The fact that I know.
No. We're already playing with fire when we're like watching Sailor Moon.
You're playing with fire. That's not. So yeah, her muse is just to blow up a balloon. I'm like, kind of freakish is this, man? Nah. You get off on this? Nah, you need to go to jail, my dude.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it could be worse. At least he's not painting her feet. Because I know there's a lot of fictional characters this year that are into that.
Hey, look, let's not get into that. And then I love Sarhar's like, let me just nap right here. She's like, whoop.
Wrong.
It's wrong when he's trying to hide the body.
When Peter is like sneaking into Luke Perry says
oh, RP.
Also, I find it ironic because like this Dynaman is a season based on explosions, like Kagaku Sentai Dynaman. It's supposed to be loud and explosive, and yet you're trying to be stealthy.
And I like how she's like, she got the painting, yes. And then Sarah was like, yeah, no, you thought that was gonna work on me, sis? No. He walked up to her like he was like some Sherlock Holmes type mess. I like that.
Yeah. Oh man, I always wanted Lupin III to go up against Herlock Sholmes III because Herlock Sholmes was the arch nemesis of the original Arsene Lupin. I know Lupin Part 6 exists, but I haven't watched it yet, so it doesn't count as far as my headcanon's concerned. Whatever happened to Lupin II? I don't think we've ever done a story about him, though.
But
in any case.
Yeah, so and then all of a sudden, boom, dog kicks the monkey. And then we're all on the run. Then Taro shows up. You're like, all right, I'm done with work. What is going on here?
Yep. So it's one of those kinds of episodes.
He's like, all right, I guess. And then Jiro finally shows up like, hey, guys, I'm here too.
And no one cares.
I feel bad for Jiro because it's like he's a stranger.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, 15 episodes later, people still don't care.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
but hey, at least we get a cool scene right here.
Oh yeah, beautiful. I love showing these finishers to my infant nephew because he loves them.
Yeah,
he loves this, and he also loves Taro's entrance. She's like, he bounces to that and just gets happy when he laughs too, and it pisses Ryan off. He pisses off my henchigate Ryan because he's like, no, I don't like this. It's too showy. It's too flashy. I was like, my infant nephew loves this. No, you've corrupted the youth. How could you? Exactly.
Yeah, I'm actually got my nephew the candy toy of Oni Taijin, like all 6 pieces. So like I'm gonna actually build it with him later.
Nice. Yeah, start him young. Start him young.
Start
Corrupt
him
him
young.
young.
Yeah,
Corrupt him.
look, even if he doesn't watch Sentai, it's you got a dog, you got a monkey, and you got a bird.
All this
kids
stuff.
love animals.
Mm-hmm.
But we also got tigers and dragons. So let's get right to that. And horses, apparently.
I love it. I got nothing really. I was like, yes, finally, need this. And that is it. It's just a great, and I love the explosions happening in the back of him. Like, there's the Dynaman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bakuhatsu, Kagaku Sentai Dynaman. And then we burned the painting because that's what he would have wanted, apparently.
Yeah, because his secret is that he loved her.
Yeah.
Yeah, the painting name is Secret, and the secret is just his love for her. And I honestly was like, that's nice. That's this was a filler episode, but it had its nice moments. That's one thing about DonBrothers, it does right. It can be filler, it can mean nothing, but you can still get something out of it.
Yeah, and they could have gone a Rohan Kishibe route with it and like have the painting be cursed or something. Like I have Rohan in LaRouve and I just like read it before Christmas, so I'm like, oh dang, why can't this be adapted into an episode? But yeah, it was a nice episode, and of course, while Kaito did not get the painting he wanted, he still got a painting.
He got a painting.
He got a painting.
It's a nice painting you would see at a carnival.
Yeah, I mean Haruka likes it, so
she was the muse. So of course she's that vain that she's like, hey, I was the muse for this.
I mean, look. As long as you're not a tracer, you're good. It's like whatever your art style is, you do you, and and your audience might enjoy it that way. Just don't fix other people's artwork.
Yeah,
that's a no-no. I mean, unless they ask you to fix it in a very specific way, sure, but don't like unsolicitedly fix other people's artwork. You do you, boo-boo.
Yeah, but I was like, Kaito was just like, I don't want this. He was so done. I was like, how could you? It was like,
it's a real far
at the after the auction. She's like, I have 100 million Kibidong. I'm like, dude, stop it.
Yeah, and it's like, it's like this painting is garbage, but Haruka likes it. It's a far cry from The Office when Pam made her painting of the office building, but this ain't The Office. This is DonBrothers. Yeah, so we do things a little bit differently here.
Yeah, no, people's feelings will get hurt.
Yeah, and we will laugh at them because we are Schadenfreude.
All right. This episode another 10. I say
same.
10.
Same. I mean, this episode is mostly a filler, but again, like even the filler episodes in the show are mostly bangers. Obviously, the one that's not a banger is the clip show episode, but it's because it's a clip show episode and it has a Subaru in it. So
no, we don't like that. We don't like that.
No, but that one episode aside, this show's a banger and this episode's a banger. So I will also give it a 10.
Yes, sir. Now we'll move on to episode 29, aka Dino Thunder, power up! More.
Dino Thunder, power up. Yeah. Look, I have the Black Morpher. That's what I'm used to. Okay.
Black Morphers when I was a kid.
I have the Japanese version. I got it from Genta at the Reef. It's one of those comic book. It's one of those comic book events where like it's a trade show, and Genta had this one of the regular vendors. His name is Genta. Like he actually had the Black Dino Morpher, the Japanese version. Even the even the AA battery inside of it had the Aba Ranger logo on it. And
I wrote that down and we checked that out.
Yeah. So
But
yeah, he's
this
he's a skinny Asian dude with long hair with glasses. You might have he did have a booth at PMC, so you might have come across him.
Yeah. But yeah, this episode is the funeral of Sonoi.
Yeah, and shout outs to Ganta, just saying, since I name dropped you a couple of times.
Yeah, this episode is obviously I just did the whole thing. It's Monster of the Week is based off of Abba Ranger. Abba
Ranger. Da 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 da.
And so Taro
Sentai Abba Ranger. Sorry, can't help it.
The Taro is invited to Sonoi's funeral. But first, obviously, the body of Sonoi is finally brought to the council, which we still don't know anything about these people.
No,
nothing.
No, but we do find out one thing about him in this episode, and we're gonna get to that a bit later.
Mm-hmm. So they're granting freedom to Murasame, and they invite Taro by sticking his invite in a sandwich. The disrespect.
And Momoi accepts the invitation just to point out the disrespect.
Yes.
Like he's not there to show respect to Sonoi. He's there to show his to show the Senate's disrespect for his sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like, yeah, me and Sonoi, we have something special together. But you people,
you ruined my sandwich. I swear, I got SAO bridge vibes from that scene. Where like he accidentally drops the sandwich and it shatters. My sandwich, it was innocent.
Love SAO bridge. Love SAO bridge. That's the only time I actually will watch SAO.
Yo, something witty. Where's that new episode?
Yo, right?
It's been a year.
Yo, give me more SAO bridge. I actually want. That's the only way I'll watch the second season of SAO. Or SAO in general.
I think we could agree. SAO Bridged, even taken seriously as a drama, is still better written than the original SAO. Heaps better. And so it's like whenever anyone asks me to like show them SAO, like I just show them SAO Bridge and say it's the official release because like I'm sparing them from the pain of watching. Oh my god.
Yes. You're sparing them from a lot.
And I could Jim Cornette the hell out of that show, but we don't have the time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't got time for that.
Ain't got no time for no Cornette. Ain't got no time for Cornette. No, but this episode, obviously, as I said, Taro is at the funeral of Sonoi while the others are doing whatever. And I love like the second he gets that invite, minutes up. I think how's this tub? Tepid. You make it a lot hotter. Tub. What is this? What is this?
Yep.
A Holiday Inn? I thought you were better than this. You were Hilton.
Yeah. Meanwhile, some business dude wants everyone to work faster, so I'm gonna steal your soul.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, what does speed have to do with Abba Ranger? The only way that does make sense if it was Dino Thunder because Connor had the power of speed. So I'm like, well, I mean, we did have Abba Ranger and Dino Thunder, so is this them finally giving their receipt back to us?
Yeah.
Even though we did that with the Battleizer.
Although I'll say this, the monster, the Hitotsuki does kind of remind me of Mesogog a little bit.
Yes, that's the only reason why I'm like, okay. Besides the Abba Ranger logo, we see it looks like Mesogog. Like it's like an unused version of Mesogog, and I'm like, if that's the case, kudos on them.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I think Mesogog was definitely a better villain than the villains from Abba Rangers. So both seasons are good shows, but as far as the villains go, I think I would give the edge. I mean, he marked Lothar. Like they're still coming back from that.
Yeah, Lothar was OP at the end, so you did that with not even breaking a dino sweat.
Yeah, I mean, dude, dinosaurs even have sweat glands.
I'm not even gonna get to that science project today, but yeah. So we got the Monster of the Week based off Abba Ranger. He's just sucking souls left and right. Murasame and Jiro having just a moment.
Yeah,
this mirrors Sonoi and Taro, but this is them wanting to know what they are. They want to understand what they live for.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where we get Jiro. When he was young, he was always feral Jiro, but the Jiro we know, the nice one, didn't come until, apparently playing Ring Around the Rosie. Apparently,
so yeah, I would say this revelation feels a little more closer to Goku, like Dragon Ball Z Goku, because he was feral at first, then he bonked his head and he became the nice Goku that we knew as a kid, but then lost interest in when he became an adult.
Yeah, I lost interest after Dragon Ball Super.
I'm gonna be honest, I did watch Dragon Ball Z like when it was on Toonami, and then I saw Dragon Ball Classic afterwards when it came out on Toonami. But honestly, like, I would say the original Dragon Ball is my most favorite iteration of Dragon Ball Z franchise, more than Z, Super, or GT. And part of it is because I like Goku as a kid better than Goku as an adult. Sorry.
I like adult Goku just because that's where I started.
Yeah.
And then seeing Kid Goku, seeing him grow up, I'm like, okay, I love this.
Mm-hmm.
I like Dragon Ball Super. Don't get me wrong, but just don't like. I don't like the direction they took Goku, making him feel like he's just a blathering idiot when he's clearly not.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like, Kid Goku was a blathering idiot, but only because he was uncultured. He spent 12 years in the mountains with very little supervision or learning about the outside world until he met Bulma.
Yeah, like he's just a country bumpkin. That's all.
Yeah, and like that's what made a lot of the humor worked in Dragon Ball Classic. But like now that he's an adult, like he doesn't have as much of an excuse as far as I'm concerned, because like he could fly to a city using Nimbus, and then afterwards he could instant transmission to a city and learn their ways of the metropolitan human existence.
Yeah, but I think because he likes that simple country life, so he's used to that. But moving on, back to DonBrothers.
Yeah.
Like, so that shows the parallel of Jiro, and then you got Taro up in here. He's like, look, man, I like harder massages. And then boom, he's like, this is how you do it. And
this is how you do it.
And he's like, homeboy in the back, he's like, he's scared. And I love this is the first time in show you see Taro do his laugh outside of the suit.
Yeah.
So you can see his facial expression as he's doing it. He's like,
Also look at the obliques on this guy.
Yo, Taro, he cut.
Yeah, like he should show up on Arm Day a little more often, but you could cook eggs on those abdominal obliques.
Yeah, he cut. I'm like, yep, that's why he read. Yeah,
and of course, like, he's uber critical of the food there because
seeing him colored pillow stuffing, all cotton candy, he's just like, it tastes like nothing. But because you invited me here, I will oblige on eating your crap food.
At least he's being transparent and respectful.
That's why I like Taro. He keeps it a buck. He don't sugarcoat nothing.
No.
And we got Murasame being all tuckered out, so he's just off, and then everybody's just taking a turn with him being possessed. And then this hurt because nothing came above it. I know we get stuff later. And from what we get, fine. And then my waifu,
Sononi. She's everyone's waifu.
She can hit me with Murasame if she wants. I don't care. I'll let that rock.
Yeah.
I know what I like.
Yeah, of course, Momoi appears before the Senate, and he's like, "You ruined my sandwich. What are you gonna do about it?" And of course, he throws the sandwich to the Senate members, and like one of them catches it and starts eating it. Like, he like lifts up his mask and starts eating it.
Like, okay, this bomb. Like, hey, take that bomb. Like, think about that bomb. Like, what do you mean, cut? Oh snap! Okay, bussin'.
Yeah. So it's like what is your relationship with Sono? He's like, he's someone I want to eat Odin with, and talk about rearranging furniture and playing children's card games on a motorcycle. Psych!
That's like, nope, we ain't getting that. We just get a hollow husk of Sonoi.
Yep, he's practically a Dualahan here, and even though Momoi beats him in the duel, his powers get absorbed by the armor.
I was like, snap! Get the Kibidong ready.
Yep.
And then he's just he's sent back to where they're fighting the Aberrain monster, and yeah, Taro takes he takes Murasame. Everybody's having trouble. It's like, okay, please, no. I think watching this episode made me realize I really like Saruhara as Blue. He's great. And then Taro gets a power boost from Murasame. He's like, thank you, yeet. He just yeet.
So like for me, Saruhara, like I like his proclivity of writing haikus because I kind of do that when I'm at the gym myself.
And I love he had a haiku as Possess. Too.
Yeah, but not a fan that he's a kami though. Just saying, you know, you gotta work, you gotta hustle. Even Eiji Hino had a hustle.
His hustle is giving people life advice.
Yeah.
He doesn't need money though. He's like, yo, I got my imagination.
The one thing I don't understand is like how does his body function? Because like even if he uses imagination to create the illusion of himself eating soba,
like that's why we need.
He's not physically obtaining any carbs or lipids to use as energy. So like, how does his body just not break down?
I don't know. Put him on the train with Tokyuja and we'll find out.
In fact, how does he look more muscular than Momoi for that matter?
No. That's that haiku life.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Murasame is now sealed with the manga pages. So now he's under control of the Cerberans.
Yeah, for now. So for the next few episodes, it's under the mentorship of Sonosa. And that's where episode 29 ends.
Yeah, 10. Like, I love this. Everything. Got to see Taro do his laugh outside of his mask. It's fun.
It's hilarious to say the least, but and just the general premise of like how Momoi goes about grieving the loss of his lover, like it's
like he has nothing to say because they've said everything.
Yeah. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. But in the end, nothing really matters. Because the rest is still unwritten. Okay. But yeah, 10. So great. We're moving right along. Hold on. I don't know why I accidentally. Here we go. But this was an interesting scene because his powers do get absorbed by the armor, and the episode does end with Sonoi's body waking up with red glows in his eyes.
I can't wait to talk about that. Woo! It's gonna be lit.
We're gonna talk about that next week, but man, boy, do we have a lot to say about that. Yeah.
When we talk about it next week, they're just gonna spoil it right now. It pissed off Ryan when he saw it. He's like, no! Why is this here? Why is this a thing? It's like, yes. Yeah. Let it take Ryan. It's a festival!
Yeah.
He hates it. He legit hates that. But episode 30, Juto Hunter.
Yes. Finally, we're getting somewhere with the whole Juto thing.
Something. First, the Anoni are the kindest, nicest henchmen in Toku history.
Yeah, like Cogs, as you mentioned behind the scenes, like Cogs they just mindlessly try to fight the O-Rangers. What's it called? Quantrons. They mindlessly fight the American version of the Mega Rangers. Like all these like heck, even freaking Rinchi, all they do is just jump around, jump. Everybody now, jump.
No personality. The only personality that we got was the putties when they were, being recruited to be Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, that was mostly just American-made Sentai footage.
Yeah.
Other than that, nope. This is the most personality we've seen out of henchmen.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, and because here's the thing, and here's my theory. It's all about the kayfabe, because like they are secretly infiltrating the human society to help the Notas, just like the meteor what's it called, meteorites from that episode of Power Rangers, like those purple dudes in Power Rangers in Space episode 9.
Oh,
where like even that where that little black kid, you saw the police officer's reflection, and turns out he's like one of the bad guys. So they need to infiltrate human society. But the thing is, isn't it a little suspicious if a bunch of humans are like just moving around, not doing anything? Like, you need to like go deep undercover. So they got 9 to 5 jobs.
They have jobs. They have families. They have bills. They pay taxes.
Like, that's how hardcore their kayfabe is.
The only time you could actually say what they're evil is if they were in politics.
True.
That's it.
True. Yes, I agree with you. Especially if one of them becomes a prime minister in 2003.
We're not going to get into that, but moving on. So they take Haruka's auntie. Also, hey auntie.
Hello, Ness.
They take her aunt, and they're not even holding her captive like they're hurting her. They just needed to get the attention of the Don brothers, and they're feeding her caviar and foie gras. I'm like,
yeah,
bro, they're not even evil. And then the bestials come and ruin everything. And it's like, and I like that we learn about the hierarchy of the bestials.
Yeah,
the feral ones we see are the cat bestials.
Yeah, and we also know that the cat ones have a tendency to cook food.
They just mostly they like it raw.
Yeah, they mostly like food raw, but we do see, especially the police chief one, like there's a lot of scenes where like they like to cook food, and I noticed they all have their habits, like Crane's like their poetry, and then you got the penguin ones. We know so far, we know that there's 3 kinds for sure, but
three. This episode does tell us the 3. The cats, they're more feral, they do whatever they want. The the cranes, they're more elegant. Mm-hmm. They're more powerful than the cat. And the only crane one we've seen so far is Natsumiho, as we call it.
Dun, dun, dun.
And it's Natsumiho explaining this to Taro.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the Inoni are telling things about the Dawn Brothers, and then you got Murasame and Naoto's doing their thing. And actually, no, it's also, I think it was Sononi telling Saruhara.
Yeah.
No. She was telling to Tsubasa. She's telling Tsubasa what's happening. So basically, everybody's figuring out what's happening, all meeting up at this mansion.
Yeah, but also Kijino's on his own in the side quest.
Yeah, that's right.
Guess what he finds on the streets?
He's simping because this woman he finds doing her job. Kudos to her, even though we all know she's a bestial. She's not even real. She's doing her job. But she's your AI girlfriend that you were subscribed to on OnlyFans. Apparently, homegirl's doing her job, but then he's just like, "How could you be for the streets? She's not real, guy. Even if she was real, she's doing her job."
Sweetie, did you not see that episode of Drake and Josh? I'm here on a business meeting.
My goodness, Anna's got issues. But yeah, she's just doing her her hairstylist job. That's all she's doing. And then he's like, nah, you're the only one doing my hair, sis. You ain't doing nobody else's hair. Dude, that is unhealthy. This is just indicating how unhealthy he, like, yeah, we've seen him turn into a Hitotsuki twice.
Yeah, Gekisoki.
He turned into Car Ranger and Turbo Ranger, which is ironic because Car Ranger's Turbo.
Yeah. Yeah, I love how that's a running gag in. I love how that's a running gag in Super Sentai, where they need to use Car Ranger, but they end up using Turbo Ranger. Like they've done this in Gokaiger, they've done this in Zenkaiger. They did it this season.
It's like because of Power Rangers Turbo, it just made it more confusing.
Yeah, it's like they should have called it Power Rangers Nitro. Go! Power Rangers Nitro, go! Power Rangers Nitro, go!
Doesn't fit. Or Nitro Boost.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure. We'll workshop that. But yeah, I love this. Just indicates more how unhealthy this man is, because it's like he's basically saying, if anything happens to you, if you leave me, I don't know how I'm gonna go on with my life. I'm like, you need help, my guy.
You need help, yeah. It's like I used to like Kijino at first because he's like the earnest guy who got lucky and like met the girl of his dreams, and she sincerely loves him. But he's taking it a little too far.
Oh my god, we're gonna get to how he met her and everything in like a few weeks, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it is the most hilarious thing. The situation that goes on, it's not healthy. It's not good. No, this man is losing it. But he doesn't want to believe that she is a Juto. He sees her name on the list. He's like, I gotta go, guys.
Yeah. It's like that movie Zombie Strippers, where like at the beginning you got the squad of mercenaries fighting these zombies in a laboratory, and then like. And of course, they're doing like last minute cleanup, like any last survivors that got bitten. But like one of the mercenaries, he got bitten, and he doesn't want his teammates to find out. So what does he do? He sneaks out of the laboratory and crawls into the illegal underground strip club next door.
Yeah,
and that's where the plot of the movie happens.
I remember this movie. I'm mad at you brought up this movie.
Like the only reason I still remember that movie is because of this one specific character. The knife guy. Like he throws a knife at one of the zombies. He's like, man, I love me some knives. And then like when the mercenaries get cornered, they all see him with the gun. He's like, what? I like guns too. And then like in the final fight scene in the movie, he throws another knife at one of the zombie strippers. And he's like, man, oh man, do I love me some knives.
I'm mad. But okay.
Actually, come to think of it, the leader of the mercenaries, low-key, kind of looked like Brandon McLaren when I saw the movie. So I'm like, high-key, I hope that was Brandon McLaren.
I wouldn't. He was in Greek, the show Greek, but I'm not getting into that right now.
Yeah. Oh, Brandon was also in She's the Man, which, again, goes back to 12th Night.
He was in that. But, yeah, so we find out, obviously, no. Kijino finds out that Miho's a beast. He doesn't want to believe it. Obviously we get some Sonone trying to, shoot her shot. She dog hopping hard, even though obviously he is loyal to Natsumi.
Yeah.
Who else is a Juto?
But Sonone
Arika's
is
boyfriend's
best
mom.
girl.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Sonone's best girl. She is everything.
Like again. This goes back to 12th Night. Like Inazuka is clearly Sebastian, and she is Antonio. It's unrequited, but the loyalty's there.
Yeah, and That's why. Look, I know Natsumiho. She is for the streets, but I still love her. But not in the unhealthy way like Kijino though.
Yeah.
I have my senses, for crying out loud.
Yeah, he belongs to the house and not in the good way.
And so yeah, then like I said, Sonone is explaining to Tsubasa what's going down. Taro is getting the lowdown from this was badass. This scene was badass. Like she just come up here like, I am your superior. Bow down to your queen. And I'm just like over here, I'm like, harder. Choke me harder, mommy. I have an issue. Yes, I have issues. I know. It's well documented. I have issues.
Hey, at least he's been transparent about it.
I am accepting of my issues. That's how I know I'm healthy. But all hell breaks loose in this mansion while Haruka's is just laid out. We got the Don brothers, got the we call them the Naoto, or I just call it the Cerberans.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we gotta stop the bestials. Like, whoa, what do you mean we gotta stop the bestials?
We gotta stop some of the bestials.
Not all of them. Sure.
Some of them. You know, there's good people on both sides. And of course, just like in Sailor Moon Super and Sailor Moon Stars, to be more accurate, it's like oh no, like you're either teaming up with the Outer Guardians or you're teaming up with the Stars. You're not going to team up with both groups. It's us or them. And of course, so just like in Sailor Moon season 5, which I recently finished watching, the Don brothers ended up keeping a truce with neither party. So here we go.
Doing their own thing. And I love how Kijino is like, he sees Miho, Natsumi there. And he's like, actually, I was like, dude, you weren't even done getting your hair did? What is with your hair, man? Yeah. What are you doing?
Honestly, as a member of the League of Pompadour Best Boys, I find Kijino to be very offensive because the one time he actually had a pompadour, he was being a scumbag.
Oh, we'll get to his hairstyles in this series. We'll get to those hairstyles. Yeah. My guy. Either way, yeah, he sees Miho, and then you see Tsubasa. He sees, like, he knows that's Natsumi, but he's like, oh wait, that's his Miho, but that's Natsumi.
Yeah, it's funny and convenient how, like, after being friends for so many episodes, Kijino has never seen a picture of Natsumi, and Tsubasa has never seen a picture of Miho, and here we go.
Yeah. This is where we're coming to. This is the beginning of the tea, people. I call this Canadian tea because I was rewatching that certain episode when I was away in Canada with my best friend, and there's a joke, but we'll get to it when we get to that episode. Oh no, Boken, what do you think of this episode 30?
Well, I would say it's the second weakest out of the 5. I mean, not because I didn't like it. The thing is, episodes 27 through 30 as a whole, like all 4 of those episodes are leagues above episode 26. So, so it's like being the worst of the best. It's not as bad as being the best of the worst. Right. Unless you want to go with the whole Kennedy versus Yelchin route. It's a dad joke. I'm not gonna go into right now. but yeah, it's out of the 4 episodes, I feel like it's a little bit of the weakest because there's less of that humor that we got from the previous episodes, and it just feels like it just went in a separate direction from where the last 3 episodes were heading off to. But they will all connect later on, so I'm not going to fault it. And I don't think it's bad enough to be a 9 out of 10, so I'll say it's a 9.9 out of 10. It's like, it's great, but not quite as enjoyable. And again, this is towards the end of like my whole sciatica thing, so like I was just playing catch up at that point. Like it's honestly like this show is fun while you're doing to watch while you're doing cardio. When you're like when you're sitting like trying to recover, like because of your spinal nerves are damaged, it's not as fun to watch just because you built that habit.
No, I get that. Yeah. I'm gonna say this is still a 10. Yes, out of the 4 episodes we covered, this is still one of the weakest. But because we learned more about the bestials, the Juto, and seeing where it goes is between Kijino, Tsubasa, and Natsumiho, I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah. I like that where it left off at. I'm definitely not faulting it for it. I'm just surprised they went in the direction that they're about to go to with this revelation.
Yeah, I like, but also I like you see more of the aunt and you see her personality. I'm like, it's so similar to Haruka. I'm like, okay, that's why Haruka's like that. So
Yeah,
it's good, especially again where we're gonna go later on in the series, including with the aunt. It's just more of what we see here, and this is just this is a taste for what's gonna happen in less than 10 episodes. I'm gonna be for real.
Yeah, and this episode did air concurrently with episode 4 of Geese, which is when Nago had her like time to shine against Hada.
See, I think that's another good thing that helps with this. Like, you already built off the hype of Geets, and you're just going into DonBrothers, and you're just enjoying the ride.
Yeah. So like even like at a low point on DonBrothers, starting with episode 27, you definitely don't dislike it as much compared to like the lowest point in the first 26 episodes, because you have the hype of Geets as opposed to the bare fizzle of Revice.
Well, I mean, Revice had its moments, but I think like DonBrothers was carrying it.
Yeah.
And now with DonBrothers and Geets, it's being held together.
Yeah. Like before, like DonBrothers was the load bearing pillar of superhero time, but like now, like they're both bearing the same load, and there's so much like, and I have so much love for that, and I hope that when King Oger shows up,
I do not.
It carries that weight that DonBrothers had, because Geets is a great season. I know it can carry the load, but why shift the weight when you could share the weight?
We don't need a repeat of Ghost and Ninja.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
Yeah.
We need them to be both great, not both mid.
Yeah, or one great and the other mid.
We don't need that.
Yeah, like this is the first time in a long time when we had a season of Super Sentai and a season of Kamen Rider both be GOAT.
The only time I can think of that would be Decade and Shinkenger.
Yeah, like for me, that I would agree with you on that. That was the last time when you had both seasons be GOAT. Like for example,
well, no, there's also Go Busters and Forza Wizard.
Yeah.
I'm a Forza fan.
No, I'm also a Forza fan, but I just don't think it carried as well as I think it's because of the whole Forza and Forza with Gokaiger thing. That little bubble right there wasn't as great as Forza and Go Busters.
I mean, there are great Sentai Rider seasons that were paired up. I just because out of recent times, it's just been so lacking.
Yeah, it's like they're both sinusoidal and just like you're just trying to get them to finally high five each other, and they just don't until finally 2022 is the year it finally happens. It took 12 years, but we finally got it done.
It's been a long time since we had both Rider and Sentai just go so well together.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. It's just, the seasons itself. But even then, they could be great seasons. Everybody could like their own season. It's just, this is a great time for Tokusatsu fans. But
it is. And also like you got some of that weight shift to America, like through Tokusatsu. Shout outs to Tokusatsu. Because we have more
one pillar. It's missing Power Rangers. Power Rangers. Get good.
Yeah, because we got more legal Kamen Rider and Super Sentai content than we ever have in the United States, and like this is really a renaissance for Tokusatsu.
Yes, and this is a far cry from where I got into Tokusatsu 12 years ago.
Yeah,
nothing was there. Nothing. We had just got SH Figuarts at Toys R Us. The second I saw
Shinken Red, I actually have that figure.
Toys R Us. This grandmother was looking for a Power Ranger toy for her grandson. I'm like, get him this SH Figuarts. It's like this, but more detailed. I was literally just giving a whole demonstration why she should buy Shinken Red for her grandkid.
Yeah, like one time I was explaining to a dad at a Toys R Us like the difference between getting the 5-inch Power Ranger Samurai figure versus the Shinken Red figure. I'm like, this has more points of articulation and it has interchangeable hand pieces and it has a giant sword. Like I need an extra display stand just to hold that sword up.
Exactly. But that's shows you people.
It's worth the $35.
It was worth it. It shows you how far we've come in this realm of tokusatsu.
Gone are the days where we had to watch it illegally on YouTube in 10-minute segments.
Yeah, now you can just watch it illegally in 10-minute segments on other sites.
Actually, no, we can watch it illegally in 23.5-minute segments, but we are going to do it legally through official releases, Blu-ray, DVDs. You can get them on shoutfactory.com, and you can watch them for free on Pluto and Tubi TV and on shoutfactory.com.
Yes, do all that. But Bandai knows Bandai knows we're watching DonBrothers. Bandai knows. They don't. They told me that they know. They told me blatantly, like, "Oh, we know." I'm like, "Oh, well, okay, cool."
Yeah.
But yes. Guys, what do you guys think of DonBrothers? What do you think of everything we talked about? Sound off your stuff in the comments over here, and we will be reacting to them after our long-winded discussions on everything.
Okay, we got Mauricio Gonzalez saying Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year to all of our lovely audience.
Happy New Year, Happy Wrestle Kingdom, Happy New Year's Dash.
Yeah. Speak Spanish, Frutiar Sur Mauricio. Okay, I don't know if you're asking us to speak Spanish or if you're also saying Spanish. All I know is that yo hablo español poco, pero me necesito practicar los vocabularios y la gramática con muchos hispanohablantes.
I need to work on my Spanish.
No, me too. It's been years since I've actually tried speaking Spanish. Now I do bare minimum conversational Spanish. But hey, man, but I'm more interested in learning Mayan language because apparently that language still exists and they still teach that in southern Mexico. So
I gotta learn Spanish. I gotta learn Korean. I gotta learn Japanese. I gotta learn Italian. And French.
Man, I would love to learn Italian. La donna è mobile qual più mal vento. Actually, you know what? That song is about Miho. La donna mobile qual più mal vento, muta de cento e di pensiero. And you know what? Second verse, much more than the first. E sempre misero chi le s'affida, chi le confida mal colto il cuore.
If you had Italian fans, I think you just pissed them off, but okay. All right.
Hey man, props to Pavarotti. Hey man, I love Italian opera. Rigoletto is GOAT. Just saying.
All right, that's it for the comments. Oh, that's it. Then, Boken, where can they find you, my man?
Well, you could find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. On Instagram, I post workout content as well as drawings, memes, and all that other good stuff. And on Twitch, now that my computer is properly set up where it needs to be set up, I can finally start Twitch streaming Sonic Frontiers. I know it's been a long time coming. I know I promised a long time ago I'd get started on that, but I will keep my resolution to keep Twitch streaming amongst other things. And of course, new guy, where can they find you?
What's good, you sexy mother people? I am Jared from Mention Gate, YouTube as well. Attitude. I am him. I run fades, clap cheeks, wreck, ish, push, P. I am him. You also call me, Don Brotaro Fury. You can call me the Brock Lesnar contracted Morphin Network member. You can call me Gokay J Red. That's all. I don't care. But you will find me at youtube.com/HenshinGate. Twitch.tv/HenshinGate. We cover anime. We cover K-pop. We cover tokusatsu. We'll get to Power Rangers eventually. We gotta be going over gaming soon. Go join our YouTube channel. We'll be posting up new episodes of all new K-pop music Monday and the Tuesday. We are covering Spy Family Season 1 Part 2. And then catch us this weekend on Twitch, where we cover the episodes of Kamen Rider Skits and Avataro Sentai DonBrothers. And
finally back from hiatus, aren't we?
Yes, we back from hiatus. We going in strong with 2023. And if y'all want to know more about theories, about popping aunties to tokusatsu music, you have to come over to Henshin Gate, because that's where we get real spicy.
Yeah, and of course, if you like watching this review of DonBrothers, I know we went a little bit over time, but that's what you get for covering 5 episodes in one go, with very little filler in between, mind you. If you liked watching this, please comment, like, and subscribe to us on the Morphin Network, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon, because those Jamotos and those Jutos both want to change the fluctuation of those YouTube algorithms. So if you want to stay up to date with our latest content, you know what to do. You can check out our past reviews of Avataro Sentai DonBrothers, as well as Kaiju right here on YouTube. And of course, if you like Kamen Rider, we review Kamen Rider Skits and Black Sun. This guy just did Black Sun episode 8 with 2 of our other Black Suns of the Morphin Network. And of course, next week, not this week, next week, we're going to do Kamen Rider Skits episode 17, because Skits was on hiatus, as well as DonBrothers. So episode 17 airs this weekend. So you're probably wondering, what are we going to do with this time slot? Well, I hope you're a Power Rangers Dino Fury fan, because we're going to give you not 1, but 2 Dino Fury reviews. Season 2, episode 19 on Saturday during the regular time slot of Kamen Rider Skits, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then next day, Sunday, we are going to do yet another episode of Dino Fury, season 2, episode 20, at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. And of course, then we're going to go back to our regularly scheduled programming the following week, because we're out of hiatus. And of course, with us almost being caught up with both Dino Fury and Black Sun, that means we will finally be able to get started on Cosmic Fury when it comes out on Netflix, and we're gonna do Kamen Rider Amazons right after we finish doing Black Sun. So be sure to check all of that out. We also have actor interviews. We are currently working on editing for the PMC interviews we did back in August. I know it's running late, but better late than never is all I have to say about that. And of course, if you want to say hi to any of us, some of us will be attending Pasadena Comic-Con at the Pasadena Convention Center next week on it's going to be on the 29th at the Pasadena Convention Center. Be sure to say hi to us. We are not shy. Don't feel shy to say hi to us. We are more than happy to say hi with you. Take a selfie if you want. Just make sure you let us know you want to take a selfie, because convention rules are convention rules. Just saying. But until then, guys, Happy New Year. This is my first video of the year. This is his second video of the year, and a lot of more great content coming up this year. 2023 is the year that we're going to have more content, and everyone's improving in all sorts of different ways, and we hope you guys are as well. I hope everything that was good for you guys in 2022 gets better, and everything that wasn't so good also becomes better. Until then, guys, stay warm if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. Stay cool if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. Stay safe. Update your emergency kits. Stay hydrated. Balance your physical health with your mental health. Do everything you need to. Hug your loved ones. And, Old Lang Syne is all we got to say. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Latest.